Hey everybody, it's Yusef for Dad's Free Time Let's Plays Getting It In. Alright, so PlayStation 3, I bought the triple pack of the Prince of Persia. Although I do own all three of the Prince of Persias in their original release things, at PlayStation 2 or regular Xbox original. I just didn't feel like messing with the screen resolution and stuff like that, and just kind of rolling straight through it in one video. I actually looked up to see if there were any changes in the older ones and the newer ones, and there were none as far as anybody could see. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on PlayStation 3, have the upgrade in graphics, which I'm not too I don't really think there's that much of an upgrade. And we're gonna do the video game plot summary on these. I mean, the first one doesn't have much of a story to it, but the second and third one should have more of a story, I hope. We'll see. Anyway, here we go. Prince of Persia, Sands of Time.
Most people think time is like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction. But I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you, they are wrong. Time is an ocean in a storm. You may wonder who I am and why I say this. Sit down, and I will tell you a tale like none that you have ever heard. Know first that I am the son of Shahram, a mighty king of Persia. On our way to Azad with a small company of men, we passed through India, where the promise of honor and glory tempted my father into a grievous error.
No, my son.
Your Majesty, I trust you remember your promise. The Maharaja's treasure vaults lie within.
See how he rides. Like a warrior son.
Do you think I felt regret as I gazed upon the destruction we had wrought? Or at least humility at the speed with which a world can be transformed from a good world into a hell? If you think so, you are mistaken. For in that moment I thought of one thing only. The honor and glory I would bring my father by fighting like a warrior in my first battle.
Alright, so I played the first, I guess 10-15% of this game. According to the save things, I'm couple things I'm confused about. Again, I played a game. I just recently played a game that I didn't like, that wore out its welcome like real bad. Okay, we're going that way since the camera's leading me that way. Also, I was really tired there because I'm on meds. I had my hip. I had my hip. I had my hip replaced recently. You know, I guess it's a major operation. They put me to sleep and everything. Anyway, I'm getting back to health. The first couple of days were kind of grueling. I'm just really tired. But now I'm kind of awake. I think it's I think maybe it's a setting on my earphones, but every time I hit somebody, it sounds like they're in a cave.
Many men that day sought to win honor and glory on the battlefield, that their king might say to them, as Khosrow said to Rustam, "You are the noblest of my warriors." From the moment my sword tasted blood, I knew this would not be my way. I would win my father's praise, not by killing, but by being the first to find the Maharaja's treasure vault and the wonders within.
And I definitely would have to kill to get there, but you know. So anyway, here's the normal plan. If the guy starts talking, I'm gonna stop moving completely. All right, it's because I tend to, in this game and other games, I tend to walk right through the talking parts, and then other talking parts start, and I really hate that. That's like a pet peeve of mine. Oh, I'm feeling a little dizzy. Why the hell are they fighting shirtless anyway? So I gotta check to see if the mic's on. Sometimes I forget to unmute it. Unmute it. Okay. Oh, by the way, when the camera is in a place where it can't do anything, it makes that swishing noise, and it's rather irritating. I'll finish the job. You guys will see that there is one favorite technique. And that's the run up his body and then slice him up in the front technique. I didn't play long enough to know the other techniques though. Real talk. I think the big thing of this game is oh really? That's unnecessary. I think the big draw in this game is the movement anyway, since it is the original Prince of Persia. I'll be interested to see how they whitewash the Prince of Persia after this one, you know. For now, I mean, I'm being really lame here. I don't know too much about Persians. I don't know too many blue-eyed Persians. I don't know too many Persians, period. So, let me know in the comments if you're a blue-eyed Persian. I think Jake Gyllenhaal did a pretty good blue-eyed Persian imitation. You can't go through doors in this game. Although I have to admit, oops, maybe I can go this way. A blue-eyed anything is kind of striking. I mean, a blue-eyed white person is even kind of special, you know what I mean? Takes a special set of genes for that, but when you mix it up, like I have a blue-eyed biracial kid, and people keep stopping me, so, I mean, I'm not being racist or anything, but it is
Shall I continue my story from here the next time we're interrupted? Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
I would like to think it's not, you know, especially since she still has time to grow out of it. I'd like to think that it's not a thing. You know, her eyes aren't any more special than anybody else's, but I mean, you know, aesthetically it is more pleasing. I can't hate on that. I run along the wall and then jump. Okay. You know, I'm an artist myself who can't remember what art style he's going with. He doesn't draw enough to make a difference, you know? But even like a black person, I mean, any style that's in like over a little bit lighter is one thing. I just heard recently that...
And there it lay, just out of reach. The dagger of time. There was a treasure I could carry with pride as a trophy of our victory. If I could only get there.
Just heard that recently. If brown or your eyes are a yellowish color, then that's actually the least sought out. And I don't understand that one. I mean, I have brown eyes, you know, obviously, because there's nothing special about my blackness. My oh, there it is. Happen to know where to go now. I'm like wide awake. Before I went through this, I was like sleeping half the time. That was a bit much. Kind of get the flow of it, so I might be able to move through this a little bit faster. Hopefully. And make it a little bit more interesting, I'd hope. Why do you jump like that? Ugh. When I was younger, I've played through this game a bunch of times when I was PlayStation 2. I had to be in college, right? I try to fight through this game and get it done within like 4 hours or so. I doubt I'll get it done in 4 hours, but kind of anxious to do the video game plot summary of this. I wish those things didn't take me so damn long to get done. I'd do way more of them. I love going through the stories of these games. I like playing them too, but I play them and then I put them up on this channel so that I can get kind of a really good idea of how I feel about the story. If I actually care to remember the story and how I feel about the story, the gameplay, I wouldn't do a video game plot summary if the gameplay was the only thing that impressed me. However, in this last game that I'm doing, hemmed and hawed, as my dad said. It hemmed and hawed so much that I'm doing the video game plot summary just so I know exactly what the hell happened, because I felt like the story was really shallow and stupid, and I want to know if that's really what it was, or if like if that's really what it was, or I just missed something really clever because of the gameplay loop. All right, here we go. Then
I
again,
had what I came for. It was time to get out. Now.
when I get stuck so far behind, thank you. When I get stuck so far behind these things, oop, that was close. Like I start one and then move on to two, and then I'm like, let me play something else. And that kind of stinks. So I don't get to see the end. I mean, I did finally finish Tenchu. Well, I didn't finish Tenchu Z, because it wasn't an ending.
Oh.
Father, I have brought us honor and glory.
Your Majesty, you promised me my choice of the Maharaja's treasures. That dagger.
Surely you won't deny the lad a souvenir of his first battle. You may have your choice of all the Maharaja's other treasures. Except that hourglass. That will make a fine gift for the Sultan of Azad when we pass through his city. And some exotic animals for his menagerie. And a few dozen slave girls. Yes, that should be enough. I want no animals or maidens harmed until I have chosen. Let it be known, King Sharaman is merciful in victory.
Trust not a man who has betrayed his master, nor take him into your own service, lest he betray you too. I learned the truth of this to my sorrow, the day that we arrived in Azad as the Sultan's honored guests.
My friend.
My friend, your visit brings joy and honor to my poor and humble dwelling. If only you'd given me time to prepare a proper welcome.
The glories of Azad are famed throughout the world. And yet, the best is yet to come. I give you the sands of time. May the friendship between our kingdoms endure as long as time itself.
The sand, why does it glow?
I can tell you. Inside the hourglass is a marvel that no living man has seen. Alas, only the dagger can unlock the sands of time, and it belongs to a greater one than I. A young prince, dearer to his father than all the wealth of India. Perhaps he will oblige.
No. No! Stop!
Is it meant to do this?
Alicia Sigataha!
Give me the dagger.
No.
You have unleashed the sands of time. I can undo what you have done. Give it to me.
Alright. Same way to attack the enemy.
Prince, use the dagger.
Except now that girl's talking in my ear.
Strike with the dagger. Take the sand. Now, finish it.
Each time I struck them down, they rose to fight again. I soon realized that only by taking into my own dagger the sands that possess them could I liberate them from their monstrous living death.
How are you even blocking that?
I'll start the story from here next time. You think me mad. I can see it by the look in your eyes. You think my story is impossible. Perhaps I am mad. Who would not be driven mad by horrors such as I have lived? But I assure you, every word is true.
My wife, who is German, started reading a book about Black history. She's excited because of how woke she's becoming.
The guest rooms, where my father, all our entourage, and I should have passed the night lay cold and silent. The sands of time had swept through, stealing life and warmth from everything they touched. And I, who unleashed the cataclysm, had been spared. Were there others like me who yet clung to life, hiding in fear among the ruins? It did not seem so.
I mean, except for those people that just went running out of the door.
Hello?
Remember right at the beginning, right before I started fighting those people, they all ran out the door that closed behind them? But I guess we're not thinking about those people, huh? She's excited, but the only problem is that the only person in the house that has the ability to give her full attention is me. She's trying to explain it to my mom, which means that she's about to get interrupted every 5 seconds because the children are going to interrupt her. She looks excited to explain it, though. I'll have to give her some time. Most of the time, I talk to my dog, Rusty.
Stop!
How does she know her?
Had I really seen her? Or had my senses given way under the burden of horrors too great to bear, and conjured up a phantom? Either way, I could not rest until I had found her again.
We have vegetable lasagna. And I'm making. Yeah, kids are gonna have pasta, and I'm making.
Why don't you use the fryer? Oh, more guys. Jump over him, hit him in the back. Hit him in the back. Press and hold this. The block. Guess you can't dodge like that, huh?
I soon discovered that when I had collected enough sand, the dagger gained the power to stop time. Not for me, but for the enemy I struck.
So I could tap L1 for slow motion. Okay. I guess you can only, if I jam on the button, it won't register it, so I have to push the X button at a timely manner.